Welcome to this next course provided by translationtutorials.com. In this course, we're going to learn how to do a terminology check in XBench to be sure that you have respected the terminology guidelines set by the client. This function is also great to be sure that several translators on the same project have used the main terms. First, I am going to use a glossary that I have received from my client, but this file is not supported by XBench. We have to convert it into a tab delimited text file. So I'll open up my glossary, and as you can see, I have my source and target language. If you have other columns, you should remove them. Just keep the source and target columns here. If you have the language names, they're in the first row as well. You see English and French. You should just get rid of them as well, as they are useless. What we now have to do is save this as the correct format, a tab delimited text file, and we do that and click on Save. We click Yes, and then click on No. So now we have to, after we take a look at this, you can see the terms outside of their cells. Now we have to open XBench and go ahead and create a new project. To do that, open XBench, go to Project, and then click on New. What you do is click on Add, and you have to select the format next, which is tab delimited text file. Click on Next, and then add the file, and find the glossary where you saved it. And click on Next. For glossaries, we'll go ahead and uncheck this box and set the priority as high on these, and go ahead and check the key terms box. Key terms are for glossaries. You use them all the time. After you do that, go ahead and click on OK. And we'll add the translated files that we want to check. Well, let's find those here. I'll use tag editor files translated in Trados. These are TTX files, okay? Go ahead and choose Trados tag editor file from the list here. Click Next, and then Add File. Browse to find your files on the computer. You can see them, all 8 of them there. Okay, now click on Next. Here we have to set the priority on low. Check ongoing translation next. Now we have to load all the files in our project by clicking on OK. Now it's done. Okay. Okay, so we click OK. It's working. Now we go to the QA tab. Let's uncheck everything except for content. And in content, we will only check the key term mismatch. Now, if you want, you can check only the new segments, which would be the ones you have translated or corrected. The 100% matches would not be taken into account. You can also exclude the ICE segments or in-context matches, ignore tags, or use the case-sensitive option. Okay, Click Check Ongoing Translation. Now XBench is performing the QA, which takes us a little bit of time. It depends. Okay, here we are. We have the results, as you can see. In the first column, you have the name of the files. Okay. There you have the types of matches, the source, and the target segments. Okay. So we can go down here and we can see that one of the key terms, which is one of the words in the glossary sent by the client, was indicator, which should be indicateur in French. So we should find this term here in the target. Maybe this is wrong and maybe it's not. The problem with XBench is that you can get many false positives, so you must check to see if they are really errors or not. Okay. So for example, let's take a look. Let me find another one. Okay, so vacuum pump. The client wanted pompe aspirante. Let's look to see the sentences. We don't see this expression, but we see... let's see, we don't see it. We see another expression here, another translation. The translator editor should correct this. We can edit it here by doing a simple, as I'll show you, a simple right click. Okay, we're going to correct this term. Right click, and you go to edit source. And there's this shortcut that is Control-Alt-Enter, and XBench will automatically open the tag editor and put the cursor exactly on the segment that is wrong. Okay. As you can see here, it's a lock segment, so I really can't do anything. Let's choose another one. Okay. Click on Edit Source, and the cursor goes straight to the segment that is wrong. And what we have to do is unprotect the document, in this case, to be able to change it. Now, I could use Translator's Workbench for this as well. Okay, so there we go, unprotect the document. This way I can check one by one the mismatches between the glossary and the translation. Okay. If I want to eventually export a report, I can do it. It's quite easy. You just have to go up to Tools, Export QA Results, and I can do this in several formats: TXT, HTML, Excel, or an XML file. The best are HTML or Excel files. Well, let's try it here with HTML. I'll name it. And we get a report here with a link to go directly to the TTX so we can open it from inside the report. And what's great is you can send this report to the translator and ask him to correct the key term mismatches. Click on Save. Thank you for watching this course offered by translationtutorials.com. There you go. There's your links and your reports. And that's quite useful. You just click on those and you can edit directly. Okay, thanks again for watching. I hope to see you in the next course.